Did you all hear that? I hope you
did.
did. I hope you can hear me scream in agony. God damn it. As if it wasn't stressful enough to freaking start streaming in real life again without the technical difficulties. Very many thank yous to Charlie for
Master of the soundboard!
for troubleshooting all the way to the point where we realized that the aux cable from the soundboard towards the beautiful setup of Charlie was faulty, and him switching over to a beautiful, well-working USB cable.
You are my worst enemy, Cable.
Seriously though, props for the quick thinking.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
could
no
have
worries.
been here another hour.
My God.
I mean, I was like, this was my last ditch effort though. I was
Yeah.
like, if
this
this doesn't
don't
work,
work,
I have no idea what the problem
we're
is.
fucked.
Like if this didn't work, we were just gonna like cry on the ground
Yeah,
in fetal
probably.
position, and that would be our
Yep.
night.
I mean, that would be a good stream too,
I think-
even
I
with
think-
terrible.
It would
I
be
think
it
I've
would be
already sweat out
interesting.
all the hydration
my
I
God.
took in me today. It's, oh.
Well, then go get
SMR
me.
said
The little bit of volume that my hair had was just like falling down with all of the sweat.
I think we've all collectively aged a decade.
I am so shiny
Yeah.
right now. I am so shiny.
Oh, I just thought it was me I was smelling, but it's
No,
our
no, it's all
collective
of us.
body
It's
odor.
us.
Don't you like
I
it?
mean, my deodorant's too. It's working. It's
Oh
working
my God.
hard.
So, hello. We are being the backsies, this time for real, with actual audio that seems to be working good enough right now. Charlie, are we applying the filters in Twitch right now?
No.
Okay, so maybe we would want to do those, put those on again, but honestly, I'm too
Or
scared
worse.
to even think about what to touch next.
Well,
So, I mean, everybody in the chat, if you want to thank Charlie by, I don't know, feeding him or sending him some hero points,
Yeah, fair.
Go.
It's only fair. It's only
I
fair.
don't dare play with filters
No.
right now because I like the settings are saved on my PC and
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, couple of things before we jump into the game. We have these beautiful backgrounds as they are right now. They will be prettier next time. We will set it up a little bit more nice, but this is just a first time effort now that we are back at the table. Next to that, you are indeed missing Maxime. No, he is not under the table, making sure that we aren't too stressed. We said we weren't.
Stop.
No, because we planned this. We planned this really well. We planned that this would be the time that all of us, Maxime, would be here to play IRL once again. We planned this entire vacation period of 3 freaking weeks. And then Maxime came like last week like, oh, I forgot that I have a thing. Sorry, guys.
I have a concert. I planned it like 3 months ago. Yeah, that would have been great while filling out the let's pick a date
Yeah.
thing.
This is why no one at the table likes Maxime.
Yeah.
No,
even
I didn't
Maxime
mean that,
himself.
Maxime. I didn't mean that.
We will.
I never watched the
couldn't
stream, who
even
cares?
joke about it. We love you, buddy. We miss you.
Yeah, come back
Although you
soon.
will be fed to the next big bad evil guy.
Yes.
So,
Yes, start rolling a new character.
with that being said, shall we play a game?
Yay.
Yeah, let's play a game.
Oh. And we're back.
We go fast.
So,
Did we?
to jump back into our game.
I didn't see that.
Last we left off, our heroes, known as the Pack, had gathered as a I will demand attention at my table.
Sorry. I was just trying to honor Amura's dare.
I already fed myself. It's
I understood not a single word of that
Okay,
sentence.
So
we are getting fed.
dared me to do some really basic shit, and I was like, at least give me a challenge. And then he was like, all right, I'll put in, I don't know how many bits for every time you throw a grape at somebody and they catch it in their mouth. And since
really
Crystal and
next
I
to
were
you.
fed, I was like, yeah, well, also, like, it's a cheap shot. But she just completely, like, I have so many grapes in my mouth, looked at me, and that was amazing. I love that we're in real life.
Yeah, it's so much better.
So much better.
Well, do your thing, Motor.
Can we play a game now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we said the words, guys.
So-
we said the words.
Last we left off, our heroes, known as the Pack, had come to the vast city of Farwater on different errands with different goals in mind, only to end up in a sinister plot laid out by a large fish abomination known as an aboleth. Thrust into the fray together, they banded together, aiding the local arm of the law, so to speak, known as the Silver Sentinels, in ridding the city of the aboleth's influence and the crystal plague that it brought with it. In so doing, you have murdered nobles, you have befriended wizards, you have gazed into each other's pasts, and you have realized that while all of you might be very, very different people and creatures, you can at least count on each other to get the job done.
I'm pretty sure we just killed one noble, though.
Hey, give me a few weeks.
Edge is working on it.
So, after this endeavor, you have had a time to unwind a little bit. You have done some shopping with the newly established funds that you have at your disposal from the lair of the aboleth. Some research is done into what this plague actually was and the echoes of power, this vague name that is associated to the origin of this plague, and what kind of other influences there might be. But mostly, you are now free to do as you please. Except for one final thing. A couple of days after you had vanquished the aboleth, known as the Shepherd, and after you did all your personal details, there was still one ceremony to be had. A ceremony that will be held this evening at the other site of interest here within Farwater. You've already ventured into the Silver Citadel, the large establishment, the gigantic fortress of the Silver Sentinels, where the arm of the law holds supreme, and where you've also been imprisoned and talked to now one of your benefactors, the guard captain Bradley Quintessent. On the other side of the eastern main river, however, the main river that runs through the entire city of Farwater, there stands a very similar fortress with a very different function, simply known as the House of Trade, the gigantic place where all of the monetary gains of Farwater are, if not coming from, at least managed. Here you will speak with, among others, Bartholomew Quintessent, the lord of the entire city of Farwater, and with it, the entire province of Silvershore. Because here, a feast will be held in your honor. A feast where different nobles, clergymen, and other people of interest will gather to celebrate the riddance of the shepherd from the city of Farwater. So, as you...
Can someone hand me some grapes?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Well, I mean, just like grab it.
Oh, God.
Let me
do it.
just...
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Outer, can you turn down the music just a little bit?
Yes, I can.
Wow.
So let me just play around a little bit with this
Methody
music.
thought we were forcing her to sub for a moment there. Nobody needs to force you to sub.
You just
Let's
have
be
to.
honest.
Wait, what?
What? Just do it.
Yes, do it. Yesterday you said tomorrow.
Go.
No. Inside voice, inside voice.
Hey, what's that sound? I hear people talking,
Yeah.
but no music.
You hear people talking and music, because now that we are back at a table, we actually have some ambient sounds to go with it. Still have to play a little bit with the sound settings
Yeah, you're
here.
gonna have to turn the music way up and the rest way down. Oh, now turn the other thing back up.
Wait,
It
so
begins.
how's this? Taking a look-see.
Music up.
Music up.
And now other sound up.
Now other sound up.
Yeah.
All right. Then I need to put this down.
You do?
Yeah, no.
Yep.
How's this sounding? There we go.
Okay.
All right. So, pack members. After another evening within the lake house, the large temple to Edge's Lord and Savior Avandra, but also the inn that you have made your home base throughout this entire adventure. You have one day ahead of you, in which you can prepare for this feast held in your honor, that for some people might be very interesting, an opportunity to network, meet some good people, and for others would be the heftiest amount of torture that one could ever bestow upon one such as yourself.
No, that is 100% me. Edge is not looking forward to this.
So, pack members, after you have gathered in the large hallway, chamber/inn within the lake house, having breakfast served to you by the same barmaid that you have seen multiple times now throughout your stay here, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna have breakfast and look for a place to gamble and get in a fight. Not necessarily in that order.
Easily said. Not as easily done, but for one as you, very, very capable. Yeah, very capable, very capable.
I get to use that like once every 5 months.
Woohoo!
All right, so this morning you guys are having breakfast, and Edge is telling you that they are very much ready to start their part of the day.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Oh, you would.
Mostly just like scarfing down the breakfast, just thinking about it. I so don't want tonight to happen. Possibly avoiding conversation. Definitely not doing the chit chat. Isn't even thinking about where to spend the money that they got from the aboleth. It's mostly just like, I don't want to have to deal with rich people.
I just thought, is our lake house manager also invited to the banquet? Because he did help us a lot.
Even more so, you have already spoken to Zorel Flo, the high host and the main priest of this beautiful establishment of the lake house. And indeed, he told all of you, well, to be honest, I will not be the only one of the clergy to be invited here. I think all of the different priests of the 11 will at least get an invitation. Most of them show up. But to be honest, who can say what kind of endeavors they themselves have got themselves into?
Do you want some of the credit because you did help us a lot? So you want us to put in a good word, or
No. I will repeat once again.
Yeah, I know. No, the thing you never did.
Right.
But you did help in other ways.
In this endeavor, I am nothing but an innkeeper, and I would like to remain just that.
Fair enough.
So, Tarush, he's looking forward to this. He,
Obviously.
obviously, yeah, he's woken up next to Lyra, I assume.
Oh,
this
gross, that happened.
Guy.
Wait, did it happen?
Well, I mean, Lyra and I did have a nice little seaside dinner.
You at least have to make a charisma check to check if you manage.
You know, like we ate a lot of fish, and then I ate a lot. Anyway,
Gross, you're like 12.
no, these are the stories. Well, okay, I'm like, yeah, fair. No, but these are the stories I tell everyone. Anyway, now, but either way, that's been going well, and we woke up, and Tarush is at this point dressing himself in his finest regalia, magically preparing his armor but not wearing it, just in case, storing it in a pocket dimension. And he's going to be ready to, yeah, just enjoy the festivities. He's been in contact, I suppose, with the Cerulean Circle. I'm looking at Wouter. He's been getting ready to, you know, hand in the, what was it, the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
All the research pertaining to the temple. Yeah, I have a whole lot of stuff to report on, so I think I've mostly been busy with that.
Yeah. Also, Crowan has been worried about the Phantom thing, so I think he sent a message to his hometown in Torsica to one of his guard buddies to ask if there's anything new about the Harley case.
Ah, all right.
That is basically what he's been preoccupied about the last few days. And still, unless someone is asking, not talking about it.
Right. To give a little bit more of a recap, and if we delve into your own stories, we will recap those things as we go. But Crowan, you were assaulted by a ghost of your past, quite literally.
Yeah.
Not just ready to talk about it in open with your companions all that much, but you have sent out a carrier pigeon to your old town where you were a guard.
Yeah.
Knowing, however, that these birds take their sweet time to get all the way over there.
They're pretty fast, they're pretty fast.
Yeah, but it will still take a couple of days. So
Yeah.
at this moment in time, while you are having this day to get ready for your feast, no answer has yet reached your ear.
Okay. Also, magical messaging is getting a lot more expensive in Pathfinder 2, if I remember correctly.
Well, yes, in the city just as this, after you are now also carrying like your silver daggers, because you have done a great service to the city of Farwater, it is easy for you to get like the spellcasting services. But if you would want to send a message spell, that would cost you, looking at notes, let's see here, 80 gold pieces.
Hey, no, carrier pigeon it is.
Yeah.
I mean, we could ask Edge to use their homeless now.
Oh, that's true. That's the thing. But then you
How
have to talk
quick are
about
homeless
it.
people?
Well, what
Not
else
as
are
quick
they
as a
gonna
bit.
do?
Well, I mean,
Honestly, if you are going to send a message by non-magical means, I would think that like a bird
is faster
cruising
than
in a
homeless
straight
person.
line, yeah,
Yeah, it's not gonna get a lot.
and
faster.
and has a larger chance of actually surviving the trip, which is also a thing.
Do we also use pigeon in this world, or do we use crows, ravens, owls,
I vote for owls.
pelicans?
Queens.
I'd say
We
because
jumped over for that shit.
because your name is Crowan, I will say that you eventually find like a place that trains all different kind of corvids,
Yeah.
and which are very smart animals.
Oh my god, grab a blue jay. 'Cause how are they related to corvids? I mean, seriously.
To be fair, I think we already established that Crowan comes from the crowbar. And
Well, I mean, there are birds called the woodcock and the blue tits and all these things.
Go for the
I mean,
tit.
the great tit, the small tit. So I mean, you know, keep going, and I'm sure we'll find something for you.
Is it big enough to carry a ladder, though?
If you really wanted to splooge, you could even hire a small little place on one of the many airships that leaves Far Sky Spire.
the only
That
way I
would,
want to splooge
go
is for
there.
new armor, but we already talked
Wait,
about
wait, wait, hold on. There are airships? Have we discussed those before?
No.
No, we have
Yes.
not.
We
I have mentioned Far Sky Spire, but the city of Farwater is such a gigantic city that it is one of the few places that actually has a fully functional working skyport.
Damn.
Wow.
Yes.
No,
I mean, why not?
All right.
because it costs money.
But
Nah.
while sitting on the breakfast table,
No, I want to steal one.
I was talking,
Good no.
I was talking about terrorism and holding things hostage for ransom, but I guess your plans make more sense.
I still have to do something at breakfast.
all right. So at the breakfast table, Edge has made themselves known to be having some personal plans this day. Crowan sits at the breakfast table, still anxiously waiting for an answer from his old hometown of Torsica. Olam, what would you like to be doing this morning? Or
Well-
what would you like to be discussing?
Olam got themselves a notebook, and she is going to write everything down she's thinking, and every word she doesn't understand. So she's really busy scribbling in her notebook and trying to.
I don't want to be mean, but words I don't understand should be a separate notebook for Olam.
Yeah, but it's like I'm going to pretend it's magical and I can fit a lot in
Oh, okay.
it. Just going to pretend not going to buy that because that's probably more expensive.
Olam has purchased some notebooks.
Yeah.
And throughout these last couple of days, after the harrowing time with the aboleth and the fighting of a disease has been calmed down, Olam has had the time to learn about the world a little bit. As a galaxy panther that only found life within herself a short while ago, a lot of things are still unknown to her. So you have been busy studying up.
Got loads of questions.
All right.
Whoops.
Which leaves two individuals. On one hand, we still have Jack, the half-orc companion of you, who for these last couple of days has been a little bit busy with their zombie. Because, to delve a little bit into Jack's backstory, Jack got sent a gift from his hometown, which was a hollowed out, well-preserved, embalmed zombie with a hollowed out chest which held a nice little basket of trained rats. Oh dear. Why are you doing that?
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
No! God.
Charlie, are you laughing because you've been that asshole?
Oh no, I've purposely never learned the chords to Wonderwall because
So you could never make that.
Yeah, no
that
biggie here. No.
horrendous
I
mistake.
purposefully learned Wonderwall so I could troll people with saying, anyway, see here's
Winning.
Wonderwall.
Two kinds of people.
Yeah, I have a version of that, which is I'm washing my hair with soap, and then people go, "Ugh, again, Charlie." It's a thing.
However,
Anyway.
do you guys realize that this is the first time we're at a table again? It's weird. Jack is still sitting there with his breakfast. And he does put in a couple of words as he goes, well, this is going to be my first time at, I think, a castle. Do we need, like, clothes for a castle?
But we are the one that the party is for, so I don't think, because then they have to give it to us.
We killed a great monster that threatened the whole city. I think they'll forgive us if we're not dressed for the part. I think we could go in naked and they still love us. No?
Edge,
No.
Edge gets
We're
up
not
from
getting
the
it.
table, slaps a hand on Jack's shoulder as they're leaving and says, wear whatever the fuck you want, man, and then leaves.
Alright, well in that case I'll still have some work to do with Georgie. Still doesn't really pass for a normal person in the city.
Right, we dressed him up.
Are you going to bring him tonight?
No,
Please.
no.
Please do. Oh, please.
I was thinking about
I
it,
want
but
it.
I think
But that's okay, because it's our party.
no, but I think that would be a little bit of
No,
a
it
problem. Although I'm still thinking if we ever want to leave the city, we will have to make sure that he can, like, leave. Would be a shame if Georgie finds its end at, like, the hands of some guards.
I think the zombie already found its end. It's dead.
His second end.
More endings.
We'll find a way once we get to that.
So Edge just left. Does Corin know that Edge is going to leave just to create trouble, basically? Or does he grasp that,
I
or
don't
is he
know.
like, oh?
Make
I don't want to
a
make a
roll.
game,
Make
but
a roll.
Make a perception check,
Okay.
and this will be a perception check not just for this instance of the encounter, but like your general view of Edge.
how much trouble is Edge? 24.
24. All right. During the last couple of days, Edge has come back with either torn clothing, wounds, a grin on their face, And mostly a combination of the three. So
Edge knows how to party, bitch.
Pretty sure. Killing, maybe.
I only killed those guys.
Crow is just basically gonna follow Edge, and if Edge sees him following him, then I'll just say, well, I'm bored.
all right, so at this moment, these two figures have already left the morning table to go on their own business, which leaves us with Tarush.
So Tarush kind of sighs as he looks around, seeing everyone wearing their regular clothing. And he looks down at his own regalia, which he spent roughly 40 minutes putting on, which is this several layered combination of fine, tight tunics and shirts with a bright, colorful purple and gold robe over it, almost looking like a bathrobe, but not quite. It's silky, but it's also bulky. You know, like, which one is it? But either way, it looks excellent. And he looks around as everyone's leaving, and he goes,
I guess I can make a guess at people's sizes.
Edge still has fancy clothes.
oh yeah, that I did actually know, yeah.
I suppose I will,
Don't
Arrange
waste your
for
money on
something.
Crowan. He doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, Crone isn't here.
Yeah. Okay.
I
fine.
am. I'm still
You're?
at the table.
Oh, good. So Tarush looks over at Olam.
How about we, go out and find you, as well as Crowan and Jack, some fine clothing to wear. Something that will make you look even more sparkly than you do now.
But if I put more on, you won't see the sparkle I really have. So it's probably
that's the
not
point of
good
clothing,
if you put
Ola.
more on me, because I already have my fur.
I
Olam.
agree.
To be
Olam
fair,
should
you-
definitely go
I am
naked.
pretty myself.
You already have a dress on the Tale of Dice.
Yeah, but not like that's less with the slit and stuff. And you can see my leg if I walk. So I want that to keep that, because they have to see my pretty legs.
Olam, you were taking note of societal things, yes?
Yeah, but that's to understand, not to do.
That's fair. Well, let me explain something then. Whether you do it is up to you. But one must wear clothes to hide some of the sparkles so that you have something to surprise people with later.
How am I going to surprise if I can't take it off?
You can.
Oh god.
I just had an image of.
Do I take
Olam
it
in
off
the
at
middle
the end of party?
just climbing on a table.
Surprise!
Ah!
So
Is that something people do? You just take it off?
When enough drinks have been had, yes, one takes it off.
But why do I put it on if I am going to take it off?
Think of it as a mystery.
Tarush, can you make me a diplomacy check, please?
Crowan just
With a very high DC because
17
Suddenly.
plus. Wait, I should roll it out here, but 17 plus 11 is 28.
What is your perception DC, Olam? So what is 10 plus your perception modifier?
I don't think it's 28.
she's literally writing down why put on clothes when you take off
Yeah.
clothes.
Deception is 14.
14?
Yeah.
Perception.
Perception.
Oh,
so that's
perception.
10, 10
no,
plus
no.
10
No,
plus your
perception
DC.
is 19.
Okay. That's almost a critical success on Tarush's part. And you are Olam and he is Tarush. So you don't know people. You have never been to these kinds of noble parties before. The only one, as far as you know, has been is Tarush. I guess he will know best.
Crowan just realizes
Okay,
he
so I will
chose
put on everything.
follow Edge, but leave. Olam.
You left
Big
this
mistake, bro.
conversation. Yeah. You left
that
him
might have been a
innocent
mistake.
with Tarush. Whatever happens next is your responsibility.
And most like
And Edge
Tarush.
will hold you responsible.
You did.
Oh yeah, because you're so much about the responsibility.
Edge has
honestly-
made one fucking friend in this group, and it's Olam. Okay, they're gonna be protecting her
Aw.
with their life.
And Olam, honestly, here within the lake house, you have been for a week now, I think, you've had at least 1 or 2 instances where you saw someone in this establishment take off a piece of clothing.
Oh yeah.
Like
If you're
it might be someone to like flash their boobs, or it might be like a very angry patron like pulling their shirt off to start a fist fight. But apparently this is something that is done in certain circles.
Okay, so take off clothes at end of party. I will. I definitely will. Take off clothes.
And if you want to show leg, well, I'm sure that we can find an appropriate dress for you.
You have a dagger, right?
Yeah, we all
I
have
do.
daggers.
Yeah, we all got daggers. So just buy a dress and create yourself a slut.
I will.
Honestly, I'm just glad that Olam isn't going to the party with an extra leg. Like, see?
This is mine. I'm going to put it on later.
All right.
Oh, you aren't.
I call this Jack 2.
So, as Jack is remaining in the lake house, making sure that Georgie, his zombie, is taken care of well, and just continuing the process of basically playing dress up, like just trying different outfits, different colognes and stuff to see what works to make this creature not as easily viewed as an actual undead zombie. That being said, Tarush and Olam will go on a shopping spree, as 2 other individuals are turning out into the streets to find mischief and to thwart it. So, Edge, what would you like to do?
Party pooper.
I assume that, well, actually, I'm not going to assume. I would like to see if I know some dingy bars where I know there's going to be gambling in the middle of the day, because I assume it's morning. Yeah. Where there's going to be gambling in the middle of the day, and if there are any sort of fighting pits in Farwater, legal or
Very well.
otherwise.
All right, so first off, go ahead and make me a lore underworld check.
I hope Crystal's dice trick works.
Oh my god.
It does not.
I'm sorry.
That's 3 plus 7.
Okay, still a 10. So that's still a normal success, like for a medium sort of skill check. And the easy part of Farwater is that it's gigantic, and you are smart enough to know that the larger a city is, the harder it is to keep everybody in check. So there are many different places where you could find different kinds of, let's call it less than savory entertainment. As we were talking about like fighting rings, in the couple of days that you were here, like there were more than enough fights to find, don't get me wrong. But fighting pits, it seems that there is one main establishment that you have actually heard of, which is the Circlet's Chamber. The large temple of Cord, the one of the 11
fought in that ring.
Yeah. Well, no.
No.
Sort of.
We fought
Sort
the
of.
champion during a festival.
Yeah, it was,
Yes.
but it was
So,
the same organization.
so you know that in the north of the city of Farwater, there stands the Circlet's Chamber, which is the main temple of Cord, one of the 11 main gods that the Empire worships, and this is also like a nice place to bout it out, if you would like to. All fights are between humanoids and humanoids, like all intelligent races, so there's no monster fighting over there, but it is named after the large circlet that, so the story goes, Cord himself actually bestowed to this temple, because as soon as you go down within the circle, you stabilize. So it's very difficult to actually die within the Circlet's Chamber, and people can go all out. So basically everything is allowed, but as soon as you go down, you're out. Like, so no like wounded and then healing back up and then going on with the fight, that sort of stuff.
However, if you're trying to bribe the fighter, also doesn't work. Yeah, not everything.
I mean, I'm not sure if you would know this or if you would been here, but
I literally tried that.
this is this is not a place where bribing normally goes well now. So that is the only fighting arena that you would actually hear about, because that is also a very open invitation to everybody, and because of it, and because of like the nice, like because there are bets put there, it's hard to find the less savory kind of battle arenas. As for seedy bars, you found just the one in these couple of days, and I need to look it up real quick. Where
She
is
made
it?
a note of it. Things Edge would like to go to.
Well,
Whorehouse.
honestly,
CD bars.
honestly, this has been like a breathing, living city before you guys entered it. So.
Never underestimate a DM with no stop. Just like, I have creative ideas. I'm gonna work on this until 5 a.m. Oh fuck, I gotta be at work in like 2 hours.
Damn, son.
Raise your hand if you've done that.
Not a DM. Not a DM.
What is work?
Royal Fisherman.
With other
You can't
things,
see it
yes.
on camera, but I'm raising my hand. There it is. So cute. You saw it. You just like.
You're cute.
I am cute.
There we go. The deal's
Yes,
toast.
Charlie, you are also very cute. and
Adorable.
attractive.
Yes, adorable.
Within the heart of the city of Farwater, on the other side of the river, but not too far from the lake house actually, you find a nice little inn called the Deal's Toast. And the Deal's Toast seems to be a place where many different figures meet each other to talk business, conclude it, but also where different less than savory people meet each other and place bets, play card games. And actually you see that some of the deals that are actually struck here are bets. It is a nice little two-story inn with like as soon as you walk through the door, there's like a main floor square with like the backside of it's completely walled off with like a large bar area, and then two staircases that move upward to I think it's called a balustrade in English, like one walkway up top.
Yeah.
And then like two doors to either sides to get into like the living spaces. So it's like a large rectangular building with like 3 squares basically, and then the main square is like the main floor where all of the drinks and booze and foods are being kept, and also where you realize that if the evening goes a little bit longer, you can find a I got time to take a sip. You find a nice little gambling den basically. You have already met the innkeep known as Derek Nelson, and the one that has served you and has had a very large grin every time that you gambled here after you won and lost, known as Samara Thel. Both humans.
So I've played and lost to Samara.
Well, no. Samara is like the barmaid that walks around and gets like the drinks at the ready and the such, but has been smiling every time you win or lose. Just when like laughing at you or laughing with you if you get like some coin from one of the bastards. So to retroactively take a look at
Samara's flirting.
Samara is
Being a barmaid.
being a little bit flirty. At least liking your presence and the what do you call it? The dust that you kick up. All that. So, how much personal funds do you have? Because
I have
because you told me that you've been here or you have been gambling a couple of days already, right?
Well, I didn't roll anything to see
so-
what I've been.
No, so that we can retroactively do
Okay.
that right now.
Right now I have 10 gold, 6 silver, and 14 copper.
All right. So, how would you have been gambling these last couple of days?
All in, all the time.
Would you have basically gone all in?
Oh no. Edge is smarter than that. Not
Didn't
like I
Edge
was
like
20.
steal a fancy bear rug or something? Maybe they could use that as.
I
yeah.
have not the rug. I wasn't allowed to take
Oh, no.
the rug.
Well, you could, but it would be very obvious.
And it's
I
very
have-
big.
Oh, it's so small on this thing. I have a boar tusk. No, seriously, it's tiny. I have a boar tusk, lesser healing potion, which I'm keeping. I still have the mutagen of the juggernaut. I have a potion of water breathing. I have adult green dragon teeth, creepy water worm teeth, and 3 vials of black adder.
So I'm just imagining like Edge coming up to this bookie, the bookie being like, "How much gold?" And Edge is like, and this bag of teeth and tusks.
Hey, the
Teeth and poison.
adult green dragon teeth can fetch me a lot of money,
Yeah,
but
so-
I don't want to sell them just yet. I might want to use them in spirituals later.
All right.
No, I think Edge first would have been just eyeing the room with a drink, seeing where all the bets are made, the types of people that keep winning, just like a whole day, the first day would have just been casing the place, and then would have decided, am I going to play the dice, am I going to play the cards, depending on the people sitting at the tables.
Right.
And just, yeah, trying to...
Go ahead and make me another lore underworld check then. See how it goes.
Well, that's better. That's 13 plus 7, so that's dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is a lot better indeed. So, after you had spent your first day here staking out the place, the second day you were a little bit disappointed to realize that a lot of the players of the previous night didn't come back. And you see that this is really like a meeting place. After being here for a couple of days, you have realized that most people only like book for one night, get their business done, and get the frick out of Dodge. There are a couple of faces that show themselves more often here. And you do begin to realize that most like gambling games, unless it is for people that are exactly meeting each other here to play each other, are very much impromptu. Like there are a couple of people here that enter and come by often, but most of the games are just friends meeting, well, strangers meeting each other in the bar, becoming friends, and then becoming enemies after one of them lost.
Friends, I gotta use my right hand because my left hand doesn't show up on camera.
Yeah. So with that being said, how much would you have bet during your stay here? What would your investment be in this gambling
I think
circuit?
You know how it works. You start with 1 gold, then you lose them, then you put 1 gold
Well, no,
again.
I think
we have to retroactively go over the last couple of days, so I just want
I think
one
a
number.
maximum Edge would have bet 5 gold.
All right, so you would always
Not
have
counting
kept.
returns.
Yeah, so you would have always kept the rest.
Not spending more
All right.
than half. Yeah.
With that being said, let's just go for. Let's see here. What kind of? Oh wait, I have notes here. All right, so that would be. Yeah, so go ahead and roll me a lore underworld check, and the DC will be like a median of 16. So 16 is what you need. All above is gains. All
I
below.
rolled a natural 16.
Natural 16 for a total of.
Plus 7, so
23.
23.
All right, so that's a normal success. I will say, but it's a high normal success. I will say go ahead and roll me a d6, and that is the amount of gold pieces that you have made extra during your time.
Don't roll 1.
3.
3. All right.
So I made 3 gold.
3 gold
Nice.
with an investment of 5 after just 3 days. Seems like a pretty good deal to me.
That's a pretty good fucking return, yeah.
Hey, so I have a quick question. Someone in chat is asking, understandably, if...
Oh, whoops.
Shall I turn them off?
Yeah, those can be turned off.
Everything, obviously, except for the loot box.
Yeah, of course, the loot box must remain. No, Nideko, those rewards are from the previous chapter indeed. Those should have been turned off.
Story wildcard?
Story wildcard can still remain. Story wildcard can always remain. The loot box and the story wildcard can always remain.
Got it.
All right.
Cool beans.
So, this is what Edge has been doing these last couple of days. And this is the place that you now find yourself towards against.
Would I have noticed?
However, Crowan is following you indeed.
Yeah.
So
I think one, I'm gonna... Actually... No, I'm gonna pretend that I don't notice him following me.
all right. So with that, if you are not going to try and hide from him or get away.
I'm going to pretend to try to hide badly.
Very well.
And just pretend that I don't notice him following me, and the second I walk into that bar, I'm gonna, wait a bit for him to come in, but I'll have 2 beers ready.
All right, so go ahead and
for
make
me
me
and one for him.
make me a deception check against the perception DC of Crowan.
Okay.
That's a natural 10 for 21.
Oh, you just make it.
All right, so Crowan, you might have already had like a couple of thoughts about what Edge is exactly doing, because I don't know what the rest of the couple of days have been for your schedule, but as soon as you walk into this place, you see one hand coming from the side, and it is the white-skinned, clawed tiefling hand.
Not
Oh,
claws.
not
I
clawed
keep my
anymore?
nails
Oh, sorry.
because I punch.
Because you punch. Excuse me. Sorry, did I say clawed? I mean tattooed.
Yeah, there you go.
I meant tattooed.
There you go.
Tattooed.
Yeah.
With the beautiful black lightning tattoos.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. However, as soon as you gaze upward, you see the sharp-toothed grin of Edge the Tiefling.
Yeah.
Looking for a bet?
I'm just checking.
Checking on what?
The place. You seem to be going here a lot of times. I was wondering what you were doing there.
You could have just asked, Crowan.
Yeah. I could have, but that's not what I did.
Obviously. You're not here. Yeah, Edge will kind of push the tankard into your hand and gesture towards the table.
Yeah, I'll just follow in.
Very well.
Sit down, play some dice.
Dice.
Oh, you actually want to play some dice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can. We actually can. So, as soon as you sit down, you find that a couple of people are here early in the morning, basically waiting for their actual appointment to arrive. But they are friendly enough, not too skittish about what they're doing. So it seems that as you walk up and take a couple of words of small talk, introducing yourselves, it seems that you are allowed to play at their table. So, with that being said, the game that they're playing is as follows. It's basically a sort of dice poker, which I really like to do because we have like the different sizes of dice. It's very simple. You have rounds of betting after every card or every die that you roll. First die is going to be a d6, second die is going to be a d8, and the third one is going to be a d10. So the longer we go on, the more influenced your dice will be, and after every round, you can bet.
D10, right?
So there's this fun little new feature in Twitch, which I just tested out as a joke.
Oh.
And it's prediction.
Ooh.
So, for example, now, like the previous prediction was who's cooler, Tarush or Edge, and Tarush won.
Yeah, because both options were Tarush, you dick. Don't think I didn't notice.
It was a test run. I know.
Sure. Uh-huh.
But wait, sorry, the people can't hear me, my bad. So there's a new feature on Twitch called the prediction. So, for example, now I can say, hey, is Edge gonna win the bet? Right? And I can do yes and no. And what happens is you bet an amount of viewer points.
Oh,
that's so
shit.
Cool.
And if you,
That's legit.
yeah, and if you win, you get the same amount.
Oh, I love it.
Back.
Extra.
So now I'm gonna do it for like 2 minutes or 5 minutes. Let's put it
Yeah.
in 5 minutes. I'm putting it in.
Yeah.
So
All right.
people can say like, hey, is Edge gonna win the bet?
Place
And
your
they
bets,
can
people.
Place the bets and get your viewer points.
So
Like,
All right.
cool.
So,
Sick.
so
That's awesome.
for the sake of this, we will say that as the long red-haired Samara places down a drink in front of the other patron that will join you in your dice game,
I wink at her.
she winks back, "Good luck," and walks off. You see sitting in front of you a hooded, tinned-skinned person, long black beard, pipe in his mouth. Like just puffing away, and every time like he takes a drag, for a moment you see his face illuminated a little bit, wrinkled, dark skin, probably somewhere from the Tsunade Desert area, the province of the empire that has the more Arabic people here. And he is going to play some dice with you. So as he takes the deck, very well. Normally I would say at this time of day, blind of 1 silver, and he puts down a silver piece.
I'm really bad at poker. I barely play it. I assume that if I,
Yeah, so basically you have a blind.
so yeah, but do you check or do you call when you want to join?
You call.
You call, right? Check is
Check is when
you're like,
nobody's
If nobody is betting, then it's a check. Then you're like I'm okay with the situation.
I think Crown wants to join in.
Clink. All right,
yeah,
so
no, you're at the same table.
put down. So at least all 3 of us put in a silver piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
All right.
I have
And
not
after
done
that, like keep it closed for your other people, but roll a d6.
Oh, your
All right.
poker face is outstanding. standing.
Your companion,
It's all
Your
about
companion-
deception, baby.
your companion takes a drag, looks at the rest of you. 3 silver.
So he's betting that he has a
He puts-
higher D6 than us?
He puts 2 extra silver pieces down, so the total is now 3 silver.
But
Do you call
I'm
or do you
trying to
fold?
understand the game.
Yeah. So right now, you have rolled a d6.
Yeah,
That one is put in the bank.
yeah.
You have another round of betting. He starts because he already starts with the
And then it's the
blind.
total that counts.
Yes, and then the total is eventually what counts.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna double his bet.
oh, so you're gonna put in. So to call is now 6 silver pieces.
Yeah.
I
Edge?
call.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
At which moment he goes, shoves it away. Shoves it away. All right. So
Little beach.
with that, roll your d8 and add it to your d6.
Back against back.
Ah, you don't like that roll. Ah, you don't like it.
Oh, and of course, if you would like to cheat, in a way of like, I want to try and re-roll this die, there would be a thievery check, of course, to see if you
Don't
can.
you
Can
dare.
I? Can I?
Don't
If
you
you want.
dare.
I'm gonna.
If you
I'm
want,
gonna
you can.
try.
You don't
All right,
know
so
this yet.
so go ahead and make a thievery check against the perception DC of both of these individuals.
27.
27. Yeah, that'll be enough. All right, so you can re-roll one of your dice.
Okay.
All right. As the betting goes to Crowan.
I'm gonna put a gold piece in it.
Ooh.
Call.
So the total is now. Oh snap! All right, so both of you have bet 1 gold, 6 silver,
Yeah.
with 3 extra silver from your companion. Go ahead and roll your d10.
You were shaking.
Yeah, because I have a good game.
All right. With the last die cast, Crowan.
I'm gonna check. Because I want to spare you the embarrassment.
Oh, Edge. You'll check as well. All right. And with that, show your totals.
18.
Ooh, 18. That's high.
I have a 5.
Hmm?
I have a 6.
Oh.
So I would need an 8 to beat your 18. And guess what I got right here?
Is that an 8?
That's an 8.
Woo.
That's an 8.
Nice.
Ooh.
I rolled a 6 on my d6, then I rolled a 1 on my d8, re-rolled it, got a 7.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then I got a 5 on my d10.
Yeah, that's a bummer, eh?
pretty good,
Yeah,
pretty good.
No, that was a good game, man.
Hell
That was
yeah.
cool. All right, so I owe you 1 gold, 6 silver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you can
basically.
and you can increase your funds with 1 gold, 9 silver.
9 gold, 1 nice.
Alright.
Silver, yeah, nice.
This
So-
is how Crowan got addicted.
You guys ever watch people at Dirt League NPC D&D?
No.
Because the barbarian is addicted to casinos, and every time they come into a town, like there's certain towns where he's not allowed back in. Because he'll go all in, lose everything, and then go, can I borrow a gold? Can it just it's just
Just
a
a
gold.
Edge.
I'll pay you right back.
Edge.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make real quick either a religion or a society check for me. With for you a very low DC.
I mean, they both suck. 13.
13. More than high enough.
Okay.
You know, as probably I'm gonna guess one of your life goals would go to the city of Angala, a city of fallen glory far to the south of the continent. But here, oh, and that is where our sound stops, but the stream should still have their sound.
Yeah, I still
Yeah.
got it.
You'll survive.
Where is situated the ABC of Life, which stands for Avandra's Brothel and Casino. A large establishment of gambling, debauchery, and basically everything that the Edge would love to have.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Is that on the way to Jack's house?
No, that is like, well, technically yes, but like when I say at the other side of the continent, I'm talking like Netherlands versus Egypt.
Okay.
I think I had like a solo session with Max in that.
Yeah, think so. Yeah, we had a session over there at one point. Like, if we want, we could actually show it on the battle map real quick.
Oh.
Still have to look it up, so not too quick. Let's see here. So where do I have where? Oh, there it is. Here we go. We open the battle map. We will have like the continent at the ready.
Yeah.
And where we are right now, if we look at the entire continent of Nova Crest, right now you guys are here in Farwater.
Hold on.
Oh. Zoom in's a
Sorry.
bitch.
Nah, it's not like I'm not used to trackpad
Yeah.
for this app.
No,
There
we're
we go.
getting there. We're getting there.
Okay, yeah.
A little bit further, I think.
Well, the thing is, the map, like if you move the picture to the left,
Oh, right. Okay, wait. Maybe I can.
I cannot move for. There you go.
The wonders of technology. There we go. Okay, so right now, if we would zoom in a little bit, right now you guys are here in Farwater, and this would be about, if I count correctly, like 700 miles to the south. You would find Angala. Oh wait, I still have to.
No, I can-
Oh,
see,
oh,
yeah.
there we go.
Got it. He's got it.
Right over there. So that would be all the way to the south. Angala, being in the province of Twilia, is a vastly different landscape, with actually a race of drows that have come above ground and that live there. But like the lands
Like in
themselves
Featherback.
are like in Fellover, yeah. But the land itself is almost constantly battling between like the influences from the desert that are creeping in and of like the mountains ranges. So it's like a battle for the survival of nature. And with that, Angala itself has also become a little bit of a city
Road
of
trip.
a city of fallen glory, basically.
Yeah, cool.
Right.
Our next
Thus
trip.
far, the battle map.
Can I just say how
I mean-
awesome it is that I can now like see something on my screen and
Yeah.
know that you guys can see it too?
And also now that we're at the same table, it's very
Yeah.
easy to troubleshoot with these sort of things.
Yeah.
All right. That being said, however, shall we say that the rest of you are staying here and having some fun, unless you guys would want to do anything else here within the deal's toast?
Well, actually, seeing that Edge is probably not going to get into trouble today, Cronin's going to try and think something. So something just came up in my mind. I probably want to check up with the noble house where we whose child we killed.
House Vedius.
Various, yeah.
Yes. A noble
Princess,
house. Yeah, something like that. A house which you expect would probably not be present at the banquet,
Yeah,
sorry, the feast tonight, because
Yeah.
it's not really a banquet. There's going to be food and like, but it's mostly just like a social gathering.
Can I ask how so?
How so? Their child died.
You're telling more.
Well, I mean that doesn't mean that they shouldn't like have.
They can be
Someone's
in mourning,
phone is too
but
close, or-
social encounters like that are still important.
Party in black.
So, yeah, but I mean, it doesn't mean they can suddenly forgo on their.
No, but this is more like
duties.
no, but this is more like a celebration for what you have done, and
Oh, and
mostly.
we killed their kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fair that they're not there.
But the noblemen and the nobles and other
can say
people,
noblemen.
aren't really expected to be here because it's just a social gathering. The only thing that they will have is they will lose face, but giving the
Hold on. Grimboy has now gifted 69 subs.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting you, but
No,
I was,
that is absolutely valid. Also, Grimboy, what the fuck? Save some money for yourself, man.
dude.
Bro.
Wait, don't discourage him.
No,
Do it
but thank
again.
you so much. Thank you
No,
so much.
I mean, 69 is a lot.
And
Yeah.
also with that, also thanks to Mr. Weasel for the gifted sub.
Yeah.
Like if we
You're
if
also
we look
welcome.
back a little bit, you are not missed.
My
We were
boyfriend
just-
can watch us for another month.
We were just in the moment. All right. So, but is there anything else that you would like to do?
Well, I mean, once I know that Crowan is well and truly gone,
And then shit gets started.
then I'm gonna start looking for trouble. Not necessarily
Very well.
in that place, because I like gambling
No,
here, and
that
I
would
like
be,
Samara.
yeah.
And you know, I'm just, I don't know, maybe just start walking through some thoroughfares, markets. Keep
Bad
my eyes
places
out
to
for
find yourself.
pickpockets.
Very well. All right. So, what kind of trouble would you be looking for? Like, do you want to like?
I don't want to invoke the imp, because I
Okay.
don't want him taking over Nox more than absolutely necessary. But
Understood.
yeah, I wanna look for pickpockets, but more specifically pickpockets who are taking money from people who can't spare that much, just regular Joe's and Jane's, and then maybe meet them in an alley and ask them to change their ways.
For the sake of this, for your vigilante work, I will say go ahead and make me 3 checks to just have a general view of how this endeavor would pan out.
I have 3 d20s in front of me.
Very good.
Perfect.
Very good. Wait, just a moment, because I will need one either deception or stealth check, like a social stealth check, so to speak, like trying to act like you're a good target.
My deception is higher, so I'll grab that.
Then I want an attack roll, and then I want like an intimidation check of yours.
Okay.
All right. So give me all 3.
Stealth. 14.
14.
Total.
All right.
Attack. 27.
Very good.
Intimidation 17.
17. All right. So, looking for trouble over these last couple of days. You have some good moments. You have some bad moments. While you had just felled an actual aboleth, a fish abomination of ancient times.
I'm a little tired.
You
My
also,
muscles are sore. I've been punching shit underwater.
And you also remember how Jacqueline of the Circulus Chamber whooped all y'all asses without too much of effort. And you know better than to go on your own and just like get yourself pummeled to bits. But there are enough like petty thieves out that the
I
Silver
don't
Sentinels
necessarily need to punch the shit out of them. Just give them a couple of bitch slaps across the face.
Yeah, there are more than enough people here within Farwater that have like young people that have lost their way, so to speak. That the Silver Sentinels don't have the time or energy to pursue all that much. And those people you can easily pick up off of the ground, quite literally actually, slap around a little bit and show them the error of their ways. And I would say after like a couple of days of you doing this, eventually you realize that
Word is spreading.
As you walk around one of the marketplaces, you don't find any one of these like unsavory individuals there anymore at some point. At least you are, shall we say,
making a difference.
Making a difference, but also claiming some territory. Like
Turf
Farwater is a gigantic city. It's hard for one individual to.
Now that you called it claiming territory, I'm gonna see if I can pickpocket some rich people.
Well, I will say we'll put a pin in that for
tonight,
for a later time.
That's fair.
Because we also have Crowan who wanted to check on the nobles, and we still have. Excuse me? Yeah. So for now we will finish with Crowan for a little bit, and then we will go on a little break, and afterward we will do the shopping, and we will have the actual banquet, or at least the start of it. Who knows how long it will take. So Crowan, you wanted to check in on House Vedius one of these days. What would you like to do?
I basically just knock on the door and see what who opens.
So to keep it a little bit short, what are the things that you would like to ascertain? What would you like to do?
Even though I don't remember, I think his original name was Vermilion.
Vermilion, indeed.
Yeah, Vermilion has still been on my mind, and I'm still very sorry for your loss and for the distress to their family and to their staff. And just was curious if there was anything I could do, and what was the status of their house and now and the staff? Are they doing okay?
All right. In that case, go ahead and make me a diplomacy check, but we will put the DC on a pretty high, a somewhat lower note than I would normally put it, because you're basically just asking.
Jesus,
if you can,
those dice are such an assault. Like,
16.
Metal!
On the diplomacy check.
16 total?
Yeah.
All right, I will say then that as you turn back to House Vedius, the Lord Abel Vedius of the house eventually greets you. Well, actually, his servant Warren would.
Yeah.
But you are allowed or thanked for your aid in like helping a little bit. You could help a little bit with protection work, or even with some manual labor, as during your time in that place. As some combat actually erupted, there are still some damaged goods in the basement that needs to be cleared out and repaired and all the like. But also go ahead and make a perception check for me.
I imagine that a lot of wood panels got damaged from
Yup.
spells being slung.
Yeah.
And,
27.
27. All right. Yeah. With your time as a guard, you know very well the difference between people being actually nice and actually being happy with your presence there, or people acting the part and just keeping up
Humiliating you,
appearances and like being decent.
Yeah.
This is very much the latter. Like you are not really wanted there. It is just that due to your relationship with the house, after Vermilion died, Tarouche stepped in with a little bit of ruthless negotiation, as one noble to another does, and there's still a little bit of sour taste in their mouths. So also with Erica Van Long, the human archer and head of security there, that still holds many different bruises and the like, and is now, for at least some time, chair-bound and only doing like paperwork after an encounter with Edge.
that we don't know about in character.
No, we don't know about it.
I think you realized it.
I saw that she
actually.
was
He had an
full of
inkling.
bruises. I saw that.
You had an idea. You had an idea.
but like it was never verified.
No, it was
I
never-
could be full of bruises because of sex. You don't know.
Giggity. But yeah.
I'm gonna not overstay my welcome with the family itself, but I am gonna check up on Erica even more because I seem we kind of were starting to have a click and it got.
I will give you one last chance to go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
Okay, basically asking how she's doing, if there's any work I can recommend her, or if she still wants to stay at the family, stuff like that. And I roll a natural 1. Do I have a hero point? No. I fuck up.
Then I will say, at least for this time, like all is not lost with your relationship with this house or these people, but you have barged in, maybe lied or at least withheld some information, killed their child, and then left their protective services beat up before leaving again. So it will take some time and effort to mend these relationships.
Yeah, sure.
With that being said, that is how Edge and Crowan lead this day, as eventually both of them would find the hour turning late and them having to return to the lake house to get dressed and get ready for the banquet. As we turn our attention to the other two individuals of this party, namely Olam and Tarouche, we will go ahead and take a little break, and we will be back in 15 minutes to continue with good audio!
Yay!
Good audio. At least I hope so.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah,
Thank you guys so
jinxed
much.
It. The fuck, dude.
See you guys soon.
Knocking on wood. Not too hard.
Right, see you guys in a bit.
Bye.
Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
And welcome back, everybody. Fun fact, the air tastes like salt in here right now.
It's sweaty.
It's
cold
very
in here.
sweaty.
It's
Getting
not because
salt
we're in
in
the
here?
sea.
We went outside for a bit to get some fresh air, and then you walk back in and you have to like shovel through the air. That's how thick it is.
Not only are we in here with 5 people, we were in here with 5 people freaking out over the sound quality.
And a bunch of electronics that are all generating heat.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Like, what we're talking 4 cameras, 2 displays, a laptop, a mix panel, several tablets, a speaker. Like, I haven't even named, I think, there are 40% left, but it's insane.
Not even including like the vast amount of sexual acts that Maxime is performing to each and every one of us under the table.
Sure.
I thought you were going to talk about the sexual tensions between us all.
That being said,
So, that,
let's jump back into the game.
yes.
Last we left off.
No teeth.
Last we left off, our heroes, known as the Pack, stood at the precipice of a beautiful evening out, as they would be invited to the House of Trade of Farwater to be the guests of honor at a feast held in their honor for the vanquishing of the Aboleth a couple of days prior. as their business in Farwater comes to a close, this would be the last thing that they have at their, well, list of to-dos before they will actually be set free to go out and do whatever they want. But for this, they must be ready. We have already taken a look at the different acts that Crowan and Edge had done in preparation for this beautiful night. But we also still have Olam and Tarush, who venture forth into the city streets in search of beautiful, fine clothing to adorn themselves with. So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, Maxine's feeding all of us, first off.
Hi, buddy!
Giggity?
Yeah.
Open your mouth, eh?
Like, it turns out that he does care.
Okay, let's do
So
it.
proud.
I need one of
hit
those
your
sound
nose.
effects, like. All right. But thank you, Maxime. Thank you for joining in a little bit. You are sorely missed, but also a little bit like grumbled against because you're not here and you're
Grumble,
supposed to.
Crumble.
So.
Like, Vincent has this giant screen.
Yeah.
He's like, he's a wonderful man, but he's not man enough to fill it in.
His ego is too little for the amount of space that he's now taking up. So, Tarush, Olam, what would you like to do this day? What are the plans?
Well, I think Tarush is gonna bring Olam to a tailor, which he's no doubt at this point familiar with, at least one in Farwater, a decent one. No, decent. A connoisseur of fine regalia, at the very least. And he's gonna bring Olam in there, and he's gonna go, he's gonna say, give me a typical Italian name. What's that guy that made Pinocchio?
Geppetto?
Yeah. So I come in and I go,
Geppetto, it is time
Genie.
for another one of your fine crafts to be produced today.
I actually had tailors, but now I can use it because you started with Geppetto. Alright, so, what I do
Maybe
have...
that's his nickname.
yeah, like he sells
He's the
himself
puppet
as Geppetto, but
master.
he's actually just
No.
a local farmer.
I'm not gonna like put my information on Charlie. If he wants to improv, I will let him improv, and this will just be another one. So, Charlie, Farwater, a gigantic city in the form of a beautiful lily, has the different quarters named after the different like parts of this beautiful flower, with the part the most land inward, actually grown into the ground, known as the trade routes. This is also the place where the most extravagant and beautiful different stores are found. And here, in one of the main roads, the main road actually coming from the Stammen Bridge, one of the two gigantic bridges of Farwater, you find yourself eventually at a square that holds within the center a gigantic statue of the first emperor of the Eurasian Empire, holding up like a miniature version of the Gilded Ridges, the mountain range from which all of the gold and silver that is used as coins within the empire are delved from, like coined, and then also added in a small little enchantment that is still, as far as we know, uncracked to this day, as a way of making sure that, of course, these are real gold pieces and you aren't getting swindled. That is the way that the Eurasian empires hold its monopoly on all banking, and is one of the reasons why their financial stability has allowed them to create this huge empire. So the emperor still holding aloft the way that allowed them to make money, quite literally, is a nice little view as you walk over this gigantic road with different carriages strewing about, different candle, lanterns with candles at the ready for the less than much money making people to light at night. And here you see all of the nobles of this gigantic city just having a nice little day. You walk into this one establishment that you have known very much so, which is known as. No, I'm not gonna look at the ones that I actually have and like steal a name.
Kind of puppet master.
No. Radiant Raiments. Radiant Raiments. That's what it's called now.
Radiant Raymond's?
Yeah, raiments.
Yeah. Yeah.
A raiment is a type of
no,
outfit,
I heard
isn't it?
Raymond, like the name, like everybody
Raymond?
loves Raymond.
No. Then it would be gorgeous Geppettos, like Gigi.
Fair.
Radiant Raiments is the store that Geppetto holds. Put this down in one of my notes before I forget.
I'm just gonna be disappointed because I came from Ravens, but sure. So we come in, and Tarush gives this nod to Olam, like it's gonna be okay. Don't worry. I know this looks like a really weird place for you, probably, but it's gonna be okay. Like all of that contained within one nod.
And you actually see, as Tarush calls out his name, you see Geppetto walk out. Although he's not really Geppetto completely from the fairy tale that we know, as this Geppetto has very beady but very sharp eyes, still the small glasses, not the big nose, but like a little bit of a pointed nose, with a well-kept white beard, balding, also a mustache, yes, balding on top, but not like trying to hide it. He's keeping it nice and tidy and short to like he's wearing his baldness with pride, I would say. Although throughout his years as a tailor, he has developed a little bit of a hunchback as he is like scooting over after keeping this store in his family for many generations. He just being the new one. He's already warming up his hands as he walks towards Tarush and says, "Good to see you again, Master Don Silvus. Always a pleasure to aid one of your esteemed house. What can I do for you today?"
Well, it seems that we have a bit of an emergency situation, Geppetto.
None that can be solved by my hands, of course. What is it you need? And he begins to like slowly scuffle away as fast as he can.
I have no doubt of your skills, hence why we came here, of course. Well, let's start with this beautiful creature that I've brought with me, Olam.
Hello.
She is
A catfolk, always very intrigued to make their acquaintance and be able to kisses your hand. Be able to clothe you.
Wait, you did? Because, or you didn't?
I have had many clients in the past, also of the catfolk race, yes.
Okay.
So I'm thinking something that goes with the sparkles of her fur. Look at the interesting texture we've got going on here, the visual looks.
Like picks up your arm, pulls it out, takes a look at your fur a little bit, maybe a little bit too close for comfort.
You know, it has to be easy to take off as well.
Like you see him flinch a little bit and then just go, but of course, yes. But if this is an emergency, I understand that it is on short notice.
Oh yes.
Tonight.
We need you to adjust current wardrobe you have to fit this woman. But it does not end there, Geppetto. First off, some specifications. I believe that Olam has a preference for crimson, red, and black in terms of colors, wants a split amongst the leg, and also prefers to have the color not go too low.
Glitter.
And glittery.
And you see, like, this old man has been like trembling hands, and as soon as Tarush begins to like just jetting out these pieces of information, you don't know where he kept it, but he has like this small notebook that he is keeping notes, and he also has within the notebook, like on one side actual lines to write things down, but on the other side like a very schematic view of like an entire like outline of a being, where he begins to sketch like the different things and put also notes down there. And with this, Tarush continues.
Oh no, wait. Do you have a color that if you stand in another light, it changes to another color?
We have fabrics that can mimic those effects, yes.
I want that as well, but also glitter.
Looks at Tarush for a moment.
You better be spending.
Yeah, it's like.
Yes.
One of the two will be real. The other I can create with magic.
But will it go all until I take it off?
I'm sure we can arrange something.
If it doesn't work, I know where to find you.
I think the glitter will be easiest.
I love the edges rubbing off on her.
But so let's go with the color switching fabric and the glitter.
And the
I'll take
red.
care of
It has
the
to be red somewhere.
extensive use of prestidigitation and other spells. Yes.
Very well.
Is that all?
Well, I want to show as much fur as you can.
And he writes down slutty.
I got a slut over
While it is
here.
happening, he turns around and he says like, we can go for the different routes. We could use the influences of the revelry within Variawood, or we could go for a more summer essence with the threads of the Tunadi Desert, or even some debauchery from the...
Revelry.
Very good. But if we need these types of attention, he slaps.
Olam takes out her notebook and starts writing down words.
He slaps
Everything he
close.
said. The words I don't know.
He slaps close his notebook, and then he walks off to like a small corner of the establishment where you can see hanging a small little bell. And as soon as he clinks it, ding-ling-ling-ling, from like different corners of this place, you see like just squaring up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dapper-looking young people, completely suit and tie at the ready, sir. And with this group, you are going to have a field day with describing and getting your clothes made to your specifications.
Now, for the other two outfits, I shall have to go with something a bit more pre-fabricated, pre-tailored by yourself.
At which point, cling! Excuse me for a moment. The bell rings once again at the door as he just looks towards it. Can't see anybody at the door actually, although Tarush, a sharp eye might see that a small whiff of green illusory energy of the artifact is still present as you just see the visage of a bell fade away. Were you expecting other companies, Lord Dansilvus?
Not presently. But that's why I will have to specify their sizes from heart.
Right. He walks towards the window and begins to peer out, just looking for that one person that made a bell chime, although it was actually just Rexali Quid, so... yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Goddamn illusions.
Keeping an eye out a little bit, also keeping a close eye on you now, Tarush, not wanting to be robbed by some sort of rogue who might still be unseen but made their way within the radiant raiments. That being said though, you are capable to basically get whatever you want if you would pay for it. Like fine clothes run you about 2 gold pieces per set.
Yeah.
If you would actually go for like the over-the-top sort of stuff, that runs you 55 gold pieces per set. So how far do you want to take this? Because of course there are grades between that.
Wait, so it's normally Maxine keeping track of her party funds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you still have a hefty
in,
amount of party
the
funds. I
Discord.
I can look it up for you real quick. The current amount.
I'm used to just being like, Maxine!
All y'all almost have 600 gold pieces. 577 and 16 silver.
That's the party fund.
That's the party fund.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say we go for fancy 19 gold pieces on Olam's clothing. Something we can use also for later occasions.
Indeed.
Provided she doesn't literally rip it off.
Just so you know, if you spend more than 50 gold pieces on clothes, I'm gonna stab you.
That's fair. So I
But I'm
said
pretty.
19.
49 gold pieces
I
it
have
is.
30 left. Yeah, basically. No, I say 5 gold pieces each for Jack's and Crowan's outfit. Crowan, and I start describing his size, but I take care, because Crowan is about my height, but Crowan is a lot, you know, more
Sturdier.
athletic and muscular. And I describe high Hearthian fashion, where currently all the rage in the capital, of course, is for the muscular men to dress themselves just ever slightly too tightly. So I want this outfit to be, you know, a colorful bard's outfit for Crowan that really shows off his muscles with, you know, like the sleeve ending just right exactly where you could see some nice little muscles on his arms.
Tarush is gonna get punched.
And I want
Like this?
yeah, exactly. Like slightly lower, but just not much.
Yeah.
Just like halfway over the bicep.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
yeah.
there.
Right there, yeah.
There.
Like I know in character, Kerwin mentioned where he was originally from, but I don't remember out of character.
Torsica. was his
Torsica.
village.
So I want whatever sigil Torsica might have that I might know of, and I am trained in lore academia. Maybe I know like what the sign would be, a little signet for Torsica.
Jesus, Amunra, thank you for the 5,000 bits.
What?
Because I caught a grape.
You got
Nice.
it. Thank you so much.
It was a good present.
So I
More
want,
grapes, more grapes.
I want like the sigil of Torsica, like right in the middle, fitting the color scheme.
Toshi man.
Sorry?
Toshika man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like it represents where you're from. That's important. Origins matter. And for Jack, I actually want something a bit more. I want him to look like a mysterious, fancy, rich priest, dressed in black with blue markings and adornations, with a hood to go over his head because we don't want people to see that he's an orc, preferably. And
Although,
They're gonna notice.
Tarush,
eventually,
He's
Tarush.
green.
Tarush, you do know that like Jack is a half orc, I believe? Or is he like a full orc?
I think it's awful.
I think he's a half orc.
Tarush has no one in character has bothered to ask.
No, but you would realize go ahead and make a society check. That's what I should ask you right now. Go ahead and make a society check.
20.
Ooh.
31 crit.
31. All right. Yeah. No, you would know very well that half orcs are, if not, what do you call it? Gedoogd.
Allowed.
If not tolerated, just allowed within society.
Oh, I know.
Like,
I know.
So even like you shouldn't be afraid to show his orcish heritage here within the city.
No, Tarush kind of wants to make sure Jack doesn't have too many interactions with people.
Fair enough.
Like, who knows what he might say? He'd be like, oh yeah, I got a corpse walking around just outside the house. You know, it's like,
Could very well be.
He might just be that awkward friend at a party sitting in the corner talking to his rat.
Hey, bro, do you want to see my rat? I got 10 of them.
I would very much want to see that rat.
Like
yeah.
Jack opening his coat and just like rats.
Yeah.
Like in all different pockets for all the different shades.
Would you like to feed one of them?
All right, so that is Jack's outfit.
yeah. So Jack being like, but it does have an allure, right? Like so Tarush for Jack and for Crowan. Like he goes around the wardrobe that's already there and he like kind of picks together.
Yeah, for this amount of coin that you are spending, I would say that all of these outfits are in some way, shape, or form already there, but they are just adjusted to your likings and then bought. Yeah.
And I know Edge already, and Tarush thinks this grudgingly a very sexy dress. So he's gonna skip on that, and of course Tarush already has like his own tiny wardrobe that he travels with.
I would say you would have like an assortment of what is listed here as fine clothes. So just like 2 gold pieces of worth per outfit. You would have some of those.
Yeah.
I would say.
No, so let's say we spent 29 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Could someone note that down?
I'll put it down in the party fund.
Screens open already.
Yeah, I already have it open here. So.
Perfect. And that way the party will be dressed for the occasion because we really don't want to look like a bunch of bums for a change.
Tarush doesn't want to look like a bunch of bums.
That's true.
Although, to be fair, if Edge sees that Alam's wearing a new dress, they're probably going to put on a dress as well.
Well, for how long though? I mean, what?
Wait, about who are we talking now?
Yes.
Both. It's the same picture.
Both
We
is
shall
good.
see, because as you, Tarush, have bought these beautiful outfits, unless somebody wants to do any final actual acts this day, you would eventually find these beautiful outfits, move towards the lake house, get ready, and then...
I have to say to Geppetto, like, hey,
I feel like there's some copyright infringement here. That we
It's
should
just a name.
We should
It's just a name.
just state
It's
that we
common.
are in no way affiliated or sponsored by Disney, and that Geppetto is a copyrighted name.
I
Is it?
think it's common goods now.
You do realize that literally every name that I have has been stolen from somewhere else, right?
Yeah, no, but Disney's really fucking litigious, so I just
It's-
want to
it's
have it
true.
said out loud.
we are not associated
Please
with
don't
the
sue
extreme
us.
exploitation of workers.
Maybe not say that, those kind of things, you know.
no,
just
let's not piss them off.
No.
Yeah, no, Vinny, no.
So we also like candy.
I mean, if we get sued by Disney, the views are going
That
way
is true.
up.
That is true. It's gonna be good marketing.
But please don't, because we don't have any money, thank
Yeah.
you.
That's
Thank
fair.
you.
Like,
No.
I would be a great lawyer for like 5 minutes.
And then the other lawyer is going to speak out and you're like, oh damn, you
Now
got
I'm
it.
gonna like, oh shit, I was supposed to do paperwork?
Yeah.
No, okay, so I'm gonna talk to Geppetto. I'm gonna be like,
So, how many of the high society come here? Because perhaps for just a little discount amongst the 2 of us, I could perhaps talk about your establishment.
Well, of course, Raymond's Radiant Raiments has had a... Ooh, what do you do?
nothing, just keep talking.
Has had a good clientele within the city of Farwater for many, many times now. But, of course, there's always some room for more clientele. I could perhaps give a established person such as yourself a discount on your next payment if you could refer some people towards me.
Excellent. Then that is what it shall be.
Shall we say 15% off your next purchase here at Raymond's Radiant Raiments?
Perfect. It shall be so.
Rexaliquid said like, hey,
Yeah,
we can have both.
I
so-
absolutely love that shit.
Yeah,
His
so-
name
so now
is
it's-
Geppetto, so who's Raymond?
No. Raymond was like his great-grandfather who started this store.
Alright, fair, that's fair.
They went,
That's
and then
fair.
they went with Geppetto afterwards. Like,
Eventually, Geppetto was born into the family. So yeah.
So this display is also on, and I have no idea what happened. Like we were.
Wait, but this is just on sleep, I think.
All right. So now.
we're still streaming, right?
Yeah, we are
It's fine, everything's
We
So
fine.
for
don't
our
need to
viewers,
see
we are having some
stuff.
technical
Oh, God.
difficulties at
Okay.
Charlie's end. His screens are like dropping out
Right,
one by
right,
one.
right, with all my 2 of my screens just went. I
You
did
can
nothing.
see
I
it.
was role playing. Like
Yeah.
I was sometimes.
Yeah, I know. It's just I saw this go off. And
Just
I
your
was like, oh, no.
energy. Your energy is just ruining it. Yeah.
Someone feed me. I want grape.
Can you still play like this?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
It's,
All right.
It's for your benefit, not mine.
Biakuaz. As do you know that one? That's an ancient one. Biakuaz. Wow, these kinds of technical difficulties are really like dropping me off. With that being said, then, as you finish your business within the triple R or the R squared,
All right.
RQ.
you eventually shut up. You're right, but shut up. You eventually find yourselves back in the lake house, getting ready for this party, and would then head over to said party. So, before you make your way towards the House of Trade, the northern fortress of the two gigantic fortresses that hold open the very gates of the eastern main, the river that then flows through the entirety of Farwater, is there anything else that you would like to do as a last-minute thing, adjustment, before we fast forward to you arriving at...
Edge is going to begrudgingly take a perfumed bath
Very well.
and have some sort of conversation with her father.
What?
How?
Wait, is the
This
innkeeper?
father
Oh,
No. What?
just going to sit there and talk to themselves as you would at a grave.
ah, gotcha. All right. So, as we turn our attention to you then, Edge.
Hello, Father. It's been a bit. We're in a city called Farwater now. I've met some people. They're not too bad. I met a catfolk with stars in their fur. She is quickly becoming a good friend. The human I'm not too sure about. Although one of them is, I suppose, okay. He's been keeping an eye on me, which reminds me of you, which makes me miss you. I hope you're happy wherever you are. And they kind of absentmindedly finger one of the rings on their horn. We're going to a party tonight. Going to be lots of nobles, and you know how I feel about those. We visited a noble house not so long ago. Well, it fucked me up a bit. I had to adorn clothes and mannerisms that I didn't think I would have to adopt ever again in my life. Somebody died that night, not too proud of it. Keep telling myself it was for the greater cause, but he was just a boy. I suppose Tarush is a boy too. These human age things are weird. They grow faster and slower than we do at the same time. Maybe I should be easier on him. Haven't been to an actual temple in a while. There's not many to Evandra on this side of the world. I fear she might be not as important as she could be anymore. But I say a prayer to her for you once a day. And I hope you have found peace. And that's it.
The ring goes back onto your horn. You take a deep breath.
Submerge.
And you get ready for a task that might be more daunting than facing an aboleth with just a gang of ragtag adventurers.
I think Tarush can also try to make a diplomacy check to see if I actually wear the clothes you bought. You're good, so I probably will, but...
This is 3 sizes smaller than I usually wear. What the fuck, Tarush?
Hey, Belter, when we were having difficulties, did you switch mic?
I did not switch mic.
Cool.
No.
No, fair enough.
What?
US.
Is the mic not working?
Seeking a bit. I think it's too close to electronics.
Or maybe it's too close to his chest hair.
They are
Electric boogaloo.
Maybe I'm just ticking it the entire time. Who knows?
See, he is a robot, and he's got a bomb.
No worries.
I hope y'all are ready for this being the last day of your life, because after this session ends.
Finally,
There we go.
wait.
All right, so yeah, I say I go for it. So Tarush is going to try and convince Crowan that this is absolutely the best option there is.
That's a natural one.
Wow.
I have a hero point. And I feel like this is absolutely
The
worth
best
the hero
choice
point.
of it.
You're
So
going
I'm
to
gonna
fuck up
spend
again.
it.
It's my die.
But I do what I want.
Natural one
Money spent
again.
well, yeah.
Maybe I use it somewhere else.
I mean, I for the past several sessions, I've had so many good rolls. This was bound to happen
Yep.
sometimes. I just had 2 natural ones in a row. Just
Statistically unlikely. It's like the universe is telling you something.
The Lords of
Please,
Chaos have
Crow-
spoken. Lords of Chaos have spoken.
Listen, you cannot wear your regular clothing and your arm. You would finally look good. I mean,
that's my natural one talking.
I mean, you would finally not look like. No, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm talking.
And at the same time, Crowan is just like staring at you.
Finish your sentence, please.
While holding your new magical daggers at the ready.
No, just myself.
Oh yes.
Look, I'm tired. But please wear. It's good. Signet of your town and.
He's gonna give you
Also-
he's gonna give you the Japanese. I'll think about it, which means no.
Pay 5 gold pieces for it.
And that's your mistake, bro.
Bruh.
Well,
Okay, that's your mistake.
guess it'll fit me better than you anyway.
And I like pull it out and take it with me. No, I mean literally, it'll fit me better than it will him because I'm a lot thinner. Like Tarush isn't as muscular, so I think that's
If you change your mind, I'll leave it on the. I'll leave it near the dresser in my room. Otherwise, sorry for
It's fine.
saying things.
And Tarush walks off feeling
You've
like,
never told Edge sorry for saying things.
Yeah, because Edge punched him.
Several times.
That takes away any.
So, after getting ready, and getting dressed, and getting mentally prepared, all of you, as the late winter cold sets in, make your way towards the House of Trade, the large northern fortress that clasps the eastern main and protects the entirety of Farwater. As you make your way here, you find waiting at the actual gates, as you guys had actually talked about beforehand, the captain of the guard, the one that at the very first set you on this quest, known as Bradley Quintessent. Now, not in his ornamental full plate or in his more business chainmail attire. No, this time seemingly in the linens of silver and gray of the house that holds sway over the entirety of Farwater. His half-long silver gray hair has been beautifully parted and slicked taut behind, as he is holding his arms behind his back, not really all that comfortable in these sorts of attires, as he's more of a like actual go-getter within his family. But as soon as the rest of you are turning the corner, walking up the path to the main gate towards the House of Trade, he seems to like sigh a little bit and then nod in your general direction. Shaven clean, although his silvery white eyes still gleam a little bit in this light, he steps a couple of steps forward towards all of you and says, "All right, so let's get the fuck over with this." That being said though, there is still one important order of business. How does each and every one of you want to be announced?
Edgy Bellis, disciple of Avandra.
Can you write that down here? As he pulls out like a nice little card with actual like places for your names, because this will need to be handed over to the actual town crier.
I'll write it down. I am wearing the same dress that I wore to the Vermilion House, and my hair is loose.
All
Just
right.
simple, no makeup this time.
Announced?
Looks at the rest of you. Yes. Basically, what they would like to tell the rest that you are here, Olam, and they need to know what to call you.
Remember what
Just
you
so-
did?
So just Olam.
But who are you besides Olam? You are a worshipper of Saloon.
But I don't know what Saloon thinks about me, so I don't know if I can say Saloon.
No, but that's okay. You can say I worship Saloon, like I am disciple of Avandra. I study the teachings of Avandra, but I don't know her. I'm no priest.
Well, I do know her.
Well, then...
Can you say, Olam, best friend of Saloon and Shh?
You have the card, Edge.
I will write it down.
Branding moment. Add to all of these, and of the pack.
Right, of course. That will not be a problem. Like this whole feast is held in the honor of the pack, so you'll be sure that they will be announcing you as part of that.
Good.
I hope at least. Maybe write that down on top, Edge, just to be sure.
The pack.
Edge, do you need me to write down for me?
Poopy pants.
Go ahead. Tarush.
Tarush Iglias Caron Dan Silvas, heir to House Dan Silvas of Iris, protector of Ugithe, vice count of Demerith, and 96th in line to the throne of his imperialship, and of the pack.
I don't.
And of the pack is
Can you send me that? Because
Already did.
Thank you.
I don't have to read it again this time.
If
right?
you want to check over Edge's shoulder, they've actually written it all down and spelled almost perfectly.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Here we go. All right. Handing over the card sheepishly, or at least looking at Crowan.
Oh no, Edge is writing it down.
Oh
for
yeah. Oh, sorry,
everybody.
sorry. Then after this, like you need a minute.
Yeah, no,
And
it's
then-
like I'm trying to cram it into the sides and like
Yeah, like there's two lines per person. You're like, God damn it, Tarush.
I don't know if they know my kind of shorthand. I'm gonna have to write this out.
Peering towards Crowan.
Crowan Bilton from Torsica.
All right.
Jack. What's his last
Jack
name?
the zombie liker.
Again? His last name
Jack-
again.
Jack, keeper of zombies.
Jack Rolnick was his name.
Jack
Rolnick.
Rolnick.
Oh.
Yeah.
From
For now, we will just say of the pack, and if Maxime wants to add anything to that,
He should have been here.
he
Well,
should
yeah.
have been here.
he should have told me what the name of his town was.
Yeah.
What's his line of magic?
Necromancy.
Necromancy.
No, conjuration. Conjuration.
No.
Our necromancer.
So no, Edge.
And apparently necromancy is also rats.
Edge is gonna just write down
Yes.
Jack Rolnick, conjurer of the pack.
Shit, someone missed a chance to say the tank.
Oh frick!
Here it goes out.
We need.
Yeah, I need some paper.
Sorry.
Charlie,
Are you going to get paper?
Charlie just laughed so hard at that joke that he squirted out his drink
you
all
kidding?
over
Oh,
Crystal.
yeah, this is terrible.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
All over my tablet.
my face.
Dude, that was a good spray. You got so many of us.
Yeah,
I
damn.
thought I just got my own screen.
Nope.
Nope.
Over.
In my face, on my arm.
It was just on my finger, and I was the one making
No,
it.
I need to.
My whole arm.
I didn't know Charlie was a squirter.
Well, now
Learning experience.
I
guys.
swear,
The more you know.
This rarely happens to me. You're special.
Who am I kidding? I've known this for a long time. Oh wow.
usually never happens.
It's just, performance anxiety.
Oh, God.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
You.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear God.
All right. So,
Well.
with that being said and done,
You know what? Can I roll a check or something to see if I could have scribbled the tank behind Olam?
no, because that is metagaming.
Damn.
Because that is metagaming.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like
Sorry, that joke
above
was
table
bad again.
joke. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You said you wouldn't do it once. You didn't.
It's Lyra with us. Lyra.
Excuse me?
Lyra is with
Lyra.
us.
No, you would know that as part of this, because a little bit of more backstory for this evening.
Sorry, Nideko just said something awesome.
Okay, if you're laughing at chat, then it's okay. That's okay. Get the money shot on camera, Joe. God. Right, so
It might be.
a little bit of backstory again, because Crowan asked a very legit question, namely, where is Lyra, your companion? As you make your way up a couple of steps towards a citadel that seems similar in build from the outside, but as soon as you get inside, you find it way more theatrically constructed, and you can already hear in the distance like the hustle and bustle of different people socializing with each other, clinking of glasses and the like. And as you walk through here, you think back on these last couple of days, because one of the things that happened is that as part of you finding this aboleth and combating it and slaying it, you also found his lair, a old forgotten temple to some sort of dragon deities that functioned as this beast's hideout. Afterwards, Tarush and Lyra decided to both take credit for ridding the city of this disease and also for finding these old artifacts and treasures within. What Lyra has been doing these last couple of days is basically using this as leverage to get back within the Mages Guild known as the Cerulean Circle and position herself as head researcher of That Is What Is Found Here. All of this being a part of the endeavor against the aboleth and your quest. Part of this feast is also that Lyra and the Cerulean Circle will present their findings and give a little bit of context to your heroics, basically.
And in that, on that topic, I also want to, of course, check upon my agreement with Neil Hestes that Lyra and myself are put into contact with the Archmage who wanted the Soul Stone.
Indeed, and that is something that you will realize very, very soon has succeeded. But not too much spoilers on that part. So, you make your way, all of you, up a final set of stairs through a open set of double doors with these beautiful plants outside, different silver sentinels nodding at you as you go. And eventually one last set of double doors opening up into a vast celebratory chamber. On both sides, you can find that the walls are lined with different large hearth fires that are keeping everything lit. Different tables are strewn about with a beautiful buffet at the ready. At the back corner, you can see that a large band is already setting up for their musical performance for this evening. And in the entirety of this chamber, with different large columns holding up a very high ceiling, you find a plethora of all different kinds of high-ranked individuals within this establishment. One thing that catches your fancy is that at the very back of this room, you see that not a throne, but just like a podium is set up. And you can see that as of this moment, there's like one, what do you call it? Like a place to stand upon and then give a speech, like one of those...
platform?
Stage?
Yeah, no.
Podium?
No, but like the thing that you stand in front of.
Yeah,
like you have a podium.
That's also called a podium.
That's also called a podium?
Mm-hmm.
Then they have a podium with a podium. And behind it, you can see that a group of similar clad people as your guard captain friend Bradley are situated. Most of you would have or learned or already have heard that his family, the Quintescent family, is the leading noble family of the entirety of Farwater, and as such it seems that his family members are there getting ready to start this entire feast up. Over the floor itself, with different like banners in the colors of grey and silver of the Silver Sentinels and the Quintescent family, and different drapes with beautiful grey and silver as well, you find standing upon and next to them a assortment of other different individuals. People carrying different staves as part of clergies of the different 11 gods, a whole group of different noblemen, and with that also seemingly some high-ranking wizards, as eventually by a couple of you it clicks that this city also houses different other guilds and also a duality of two actual arcane schools/universities. However, as you step up here, you see the crier of this feast standing next to you. Take a couple of steps to Bradley. Bradley hands him the card and then goes, presenting of the Quintescent family, 24th in line to the throne of Farwater, and guard captain of the Silver Sentinels that keep Farwater protected of all diseases and aboleths, Captain Bradley Quintescent. And with that, the different people all begin to turn, clap a little bit, and as Bradley takes a couple of steps down, he also exclaims, but of course, I do not come to this feast alone. With me are all of the pack members that we have to thank for their endeavor. Presenting...
Nox is perched on my shoulder at all
Ooh,
times.
very nice. Like, at this point in time, you can indeed just walk in here however you want. Presenting Tarush Iglius Karen Dansilvus, heir to the house Dansilvus of Iorise, protector of Euthagi, Viscountum Demerith, and 96 in line to the throne of his imperial ship. At which moment,
reluctant golf clap.
At which moment you hear like a wave of like talk go just through the entirety of the crowd, which then dies down as Edge, you take a step forward.
For all of us, ghost sound. Wolf. With whistle.
Yeah, no, I got him. All right.
It's important.
As the very like quaint and easily, not so easily enthusiased people are now also met with like a group of woos, as if there is a large crowd of actual non-noble people standing here as well, applauding.
Non-noble, very nice. Don't say
applauding
peasants.
all of you. At which moment their applause goes a little bit harder to just like get in tone with the rest of the sounds that are making here. At which moment, Edge, you step forward and presenting Edge Ilbelis and pack member.
Disciple of Avandra.
Disciple of Avandra. Excuse me. Another round of applause goes as another wave of woos even increases throughout it.
Feel and look visibly uncomfortable, and I just like guide knocks over my head to the other shoulder and get back.
At which moment, Olam, you step up.
And magic happens.
As a beautiful halo appears of sparkling energy as the presenter actually goes, presenting
Very unprofessional. He must be fired.
Olam, pack member and friend of Saloon.
Best friend.
Best friend of
Maybe
Saloon.
we should have written these down for you, Daddy.
And shh.
And shh. At which moment everybody begins to applaud and then stop for a moment. And then, oh shit! They have no idea anymore how to react to this.
Edge is furiously
Alright.
applauded.
Best friend of Saloon and
Yeah.
I was like,
What?
At which moment, Crowan, what did they need to announce you with?
No, you wanted attention.
That's
That's
from
okay.
Torska.
Not anymore.
He was the easiest one.
No, but now I'm not confident anymore. So,
Yeah, we ruined him.
presenting
Finally.
Crowan Bilton of Torsica. They're very glad that they have a normal name to applaud to this time as the woos goes out. And now you can actually see like some of the noblemans like wooing with them. And last but certainly not least, Jack Rowling, Conjurer of the Pack.
Nice. All by himself.
Very good. Well done. Good
All right. At which moment you are all led within this chamber. As you are,
Edge goes straight for the drinks.
yeah, as you get yourself situated, we will now go in for a couple of moments where other people also enter the establishment. But as this goes on, as you are still trying to get prepared, is there anything that the rest of you would like to do?
Yeah.
I am definitely going to give silent little signs to Nox that he, not just quite yet, but Nox and I have an understanding where he can just scurry about and pick some pockets.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine. I was thinking, trying to figure out
He's a monkey.
what the rumors are about or
catch him, I
what
can just
people
say he's
know about the Veers family, because I might want to talk about it.
Very well.
Tarush looks impeccable, perfect. His hair flowing as if a fan were blowing at it. Sparkles going off of his,
What's his name? The magician.
What I mostly want to know is if
Something?
they know
Oh,
if,
yeah, sure, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hans Klok.
Yeah,
The Dutch
yeah, the
guy,
Hans
yeah.
Klok
At
hire.
which moment, as you walk in, you would eventually like hear a whisper coming from one of the nobles that goes, "Well, it seems the stories are true. Dun silver is as polished as their coins."
And
Well,
I like that one. Nice. And Tarush walks through the crowd. He's like, "Yes, yes, I'll be with you." No, a few minutes. Yes. And he walks up to Lyra and holds her hand.
Tarush, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh.
for me real
if
quick.
she's
It's
fine
a
by her.
room full of people, bro.
No, just give me one.
8 plus that's 17.
Yeah, that's good enough. You would know as you walk through the crowd, eventually you see indeed Lyra's beautiful gold and silver hair, long pointed ears that betray her very pure elf blood within her veins. But you see that she is in her robes with her staff, Nala, her familiar, curved around her as a sort of boa. But you see that she is speaking to someone else. You see a very old man, but with
She's married.
orange/reddish skin, a long brown beard to complement it, and deep orange robes with a high collar, shoulder pauldrons, and shawls with arcane writing over them. And you see that he is staring very intently at Lyra, and they are discussing something of a somewhat serious matter. But you would recognize this person from your studies before you went to Farwater. This is none other than the Weave Grandmaster, Vade Fenice himself, a Fire Gnasi or Fire Elemental Evocation Wizard.
Vade Venacci.
Vade Fenice.
Vade Venice.
Fenice being the Italian word, I think, for phoenix.
Oh, I wrote down Vade Venus, but sure.
Good enough. Good enough. So, with this information, how do you proceed?
Same.
Same.
So I walk up. I walk up and I interrupt their conversation. Or, well, I don't interrupt it. I wait for just a few seconds for them to notice me. And I then turn to Vade. I say,
Please, I require but a second.
and I grab Lyra's hand, kiss it, and say,
Truly, I did not expect that the way you've presented yourself at this party could make you even more beautiful than you were before.
Go ahead and make me either a performance or
Or
a
a cringe
diplomacy check.
Would I?
You can do a
thank you.
cringe check.
Performance or diplomacy?
Yeah,
That is a screen.
depending on if you want to make a spectacle of it for others to see. Or
Oh
if this
yeah,
is
yeah.
more,
No, this is political thing.
Okay, yeah, then
performance.
a performance check, please.
Hero point.
Oh. Already spent it.
I got a new one.
Damn.
I got a pity hero point, and that's an 18
Ooh,
plus so 29.
29. Yeah, and indeed, the effect that you wish to have, Tarush, it is indeed within your grasp. As with a very sly, like one corner of the mouth, just like curling up for a moment, Lyra goes with this instantly. She knows very well how to work a crowd, so
Play
to
the
speak.
game.
Play the game, work a crowd. She's an enchantress, for God's sake, from a wealthy family, from a very old elvish house. Like, she knows the slaps of the whip.
Yeah.
So she goes with this immediately, and you can already hear like multiple ones of the nobles around you like gasping for a moment. Oh, the different rumors are already starting off, as you are a perfect power couple in this moment. Tarush, welcome. It is good to see you again.
Vade Venice, I did not mean to intrude, but of course, there must be emotional priorities to whom is to be greeted first.
And then I bow deeply.
But I am honored.
Yes, I would guess that one such as you still have time for those endeavors.
I do right now, before I must lay claim upon the patriarchate that is my family. But for now, yes, love, discovery, exploration, and knowledge are my priorities.
Then Farwater is truly blessed with your presence, Seeker Tarush.
Thank you. A massive compliment coming from one such as yourself.
Right. I need to excuse myself. Lyra, I think our business can wait for later. Right now it seems you have other things to attend to. And indeed, the stories of Vade hating the political game seem to ring true.
I look over at Lyra. I go, like I try to hold my laugh for as long as I can until it's out of earsight.
Oh, the stories are true. Oh, he doesn't like me at all, does he?
No, but he doesn't have to like you. That is why I will remain within the guild.
Fair enough. Excellent.
Now then, let us socialize a little bit. Although eventually I will have to make my speech, I believe. Shall we?
I look forward to it. Yes.
And as you begin to patrol the area, Crowan, you were, remind me, what were you looking for exactly?
I want to know exactly what is known about the circumstance, if they already know that Vermilion is dead, and in what circumstances.
Go ahead and make me a perception check real quick.
Turn up volume on music and the other bit lower,
still
like
lower one.
just a little
So
bit.
that's an 11 in total, but it's still one.
Yeah.
I rolled too many ones. It's not okay. Okay.
Get new die.
How many hit points do you have?
58.
Well, Wouter gets to this side.
So, perception check. How much?
1. So
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. All right. It seems then that before you can actually, like, you begin to socialize a little bit and you begin to talk with this person and that person until after just a short while, you see that, like, you look through the crowd. You are talking with one person just standing in front of you, and you see just a little bit further on, one person be pushed aside, another person be pushed aside, and then eventually the person that you are talking to being pushed aside. As you can see, standing in the place of this person that you actually wanted to talk to, a female dwarf that has stepped up. Freckled, pale skin, a deep red braid, a little bit chubby, but wearing like a deep black leather vest with like a beige like shirt underneath it, like very tight around her bosom as well. And she just like pushes herself forward and so it goes, yeah, whatever. Look, I'm here to talk actual business. Now, if you want to socialize with these sorts of cunts, then you are more than happy to do so. But I understand that people just as like yourself are in for more than just idle chit-chat with a couple of nobles. Now, are you?
Keep talking.
Wait.
I was gonna say, this person should have walked up to Edge and Edge would have been like, thank God, somebody
Can
with a
we
brain.
rewind just a little bit, because I don't feel like we've properly reflected upon what Crowan has actually decided to wear.
Oh shit!
Nothing.
How do you look, Crowan?
He's naked.
Just my polished breastplate and
His
clean
regular
clothes,
clothing.
basically that.
Fair enough.
I didn't go all too dirty.
Holds out her hand. Squeezes just a little bit too tight. Lets go and goes, name's Freya Firehorn. But that is nothing to be too interested in. What you should be interested in is the ones that I come from. You see, I am an obsidian within the Ser Or Conglomerate. And the Ser Or Conglomerate has asked me personally to extend a, well, order of business to all of you. Sure. Go ahead and make me a society real quick to see what you know of the Ser Or Conglomerate.
I probably have above 10, but not much about it. Let's see. I have society. Oh, 8. So I have 16.
16, all right. You don't know too much about the Ser Or Conglomerate except that it is like a little bit on par with the Cerulean Circle as one of the larger organizations, guilds, whatever you like to call it, that is on very good terms with the Empire, and because of that is seen all throughout the Empire. Although the Ser Or Conglomerate is more of a group of merchants and craftsmen that are just here to make money and ship goods throughout the entirety of the continent. You see, while all of these nobles might be interested in whatever the fuck they want, I and the Ser Or Conglomerate has some jobs for all of you that actually attain your skills. Knocking stuff down that wants to take stuff that ain't theirs. How does that sound?
Are we talking about banditry?
Banditry or monster assaults here and there. But more importantly, what the Ser Or Conglomerate wants to ask of the pack is that you protect some trade routes for us. I understand that you yourself hail from a nice little village called Torsica. Ain't that true, Mr. Bilton?
The village, but fine, yeah.
Well, Torsica, I believe, is to the south of this beautiful city known as Farwater. And the Ser Or Conglomerate has trade routes to many different places, including your beautiful town.
Yes. And should I protect one of those trade routes there, are you saying?
That would be one of the options that my beautiful guild has extended towards you and your companions.
Yeah, sure, we can discuss the details.
Great! When will we?
Well, maybe not a good time to make a meeting right here, but tomorrow morning?
I like it. Short words. Quick actions. You have a deal.
You have a deal.
Where are you staying here in this beautiful town?
The lake house.
That is known to me. I will be sure that me and my companions are there in the morning. For now then, I'm gonna get drunk. Good
luck.
evening. And
I
Freya
recommend,
walks off.
before he goes, I recommend this person to drink with, not that one.
Make a diplomacy check.
Shade is thrown. I'm just
22.
Like existing.
22?
Yeah.
Like, she looks you over for a moment,
Like a dick
sees the grin on
over.
your face, looks towards Edge.
As
Understood.
Edge is like literally downing a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Understood indeed. And she walks off.
Yeah.
Alright, so, as Tarush and Crowan have found their first acquaintances, Olam, Edge, which one of you?
I got myself a to-do list.
Alright, so let's start with Olam first.
Take off dress, dance on table.
no, but kind of similar. I want
Number one.
number one is I want to tell Edge to tell me when the party is nearly ending. Like I have to know when it's
Right.
starting to end.
We will have to put a pin in that because the party is about to begin.
Yeah, well, it depends on what they
Yeah,
She's
tell
gonna
me.
come up to
yeah,
Edge and
yeah,
go like,
yeah.
tell me when it's almost over.
And I am going to explain why. That's important. You know why. Okay.
But for now, while it's clear that the party hasn't started yet,
I want to first, second actually, ask Lyra who is protecting the crystals right now.
who's protecting the crystals
Because
right now?
she told me that she would oversee that, and that's
She's
important. But she's here, yeah.
As you walk up to Tarush and Lyra, like arm in arm, conversing with some other people, she notices you and goes immediately like, Olam, good to see you. Like pats Tarush in the arm for a moment to let loose and goes in for a nice warm hug, kisses on both cheeks.
That's very familiar.
What
And
can I
then
do?
Lyra's like, hairball. Sorry.
Okay, so,
What can I do for you tonight?
well, you are here right now, right?
I am indeed.
And I agreed to not destroy crystals because you would look after them. But you are here.
And I am.
Please, please.
She gets your hand and what is your perception DC?
19.
Sweet, she rolls a 20. So as you gaze deep into her eyes, she's making a diplomacy check because she holds her hand and goes, Olam, what we talked about there in those ice-cold waters have not left my mind for a moment.
Okay.
Tarush and I have made sure that my position within the Cerulean Circle is one that looks over the entirety of what we have found. The crystals right now are not under only my or our protection, but of the entirety of the Cerulean Circle. You can be sure that they are watched day and night.
But you know I trust you the most.
I know, but I
So-
just wanted you to know. I have the best people on it. Well, not the best. We are the best, of course. Wink.
But you do know for sure no one is going to do something weird.
I would bet my life on it.
I will know where to find you. And if I can't find you, I will know where to find him.
And where to find the crystal.
Understood.
Okay. Now I'm going to do something else. I will talk to you later.
And with that, your arm is pulled back out of her hand holding, and she just goes, understood. And
I think we were
Edge is rubbing off on her.
I
Yay!
think we were making jokes about it before, like, kind of, but I feel like Olam might kind of be on the spectrum in that sense. Just this beautiful declaration of actions, this beautiful need to ask
Well-
questions about behavior.
Olam is really fresh on this world, so she doesn't know anything
Yeah,
about how
no,
to talk
Jack.
to
Like a
Shit.
5-year-old, I have a list of things that I want to know, and I'm gonna ask them. And okay, I got my
I don't
question
care what people
answered.
think. I'm going to do my stuff.
Yeah, but I thought that sentence was so beautiful. I might talk to you again later, but for now I will be doing other things. That was amazing.
honestly, if I are sharing a look with my cat, that is totally what my cat is telling me. Like, look, dude, no shame, don't give a fuck about you.
My bad.
Might be interested in you, maybe not. We'll see.
I apologize.
You have a cat?
No, but like my parents do.
Oh, I was gonna say.
So anyway,
Fair. It's not spectrum, it's feline.
so
I'm gonna go do my own shit.
Edge. Edge. Sorry?
I have a third thing.
Yeah, no, but we only have a
that's
couple of
fair.
minutes, and we have a next
I got it
episode
written
where
down,
we
it's
can where we can do these other things.
Yes.
So Edge,
Stop hogging.
as you walk quickly towards the bar, get yourself the largest, most efficient drink possible.
Not so much that, because I don't want to be wasted immediately.
Yeah,
I have
okay,
to
you
be
just
able
wanna
to
have the-
pickpocket. I gotta be, you know. But
Without-
I definitely.
Yeah, with lack of better
Grab
words, you
a-
want to get the edge off. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I grab a glass of wine and I just kind of have 2-3 sips. And then just hear, you know, all the absolute bullshit rich people talk about when they're in a room together. Where are you summering this yet?
At this moment, as you gulp this down, you hear from the entrance another person being presented. But at first you only give it like a glance, but then you double take for a moment as you hear a very quaint like announcement. Just go, presenting Jason Farrow, friend of Farwater. And as you gaze towards him, you see that the man known as Jason Farrow, someone you haven't heard of yet, is like just clapping the announcer on his shoulder as he takes a couple of steps forward. You see a little bit tinted skin, but with a very clear purple hue through it. No horns, but as he grins, you see the teeth of a tiefling. Probably not with the exact same fiendish heritage as you, because like different skin colors and the like, but a tiefling nonetheless. And as he slaps, you also see that right now, as he gazes towards you for a moment, you see that he has one very deep, dark blue eye and one like vagrant red coloration to add to the grin a little bit. And he is wearing a very tightly fitted, he also has no tail, a very tightly fitted, like what do you call it, gilet over a dark gray blouse, so very darkly kept, with also a tie actually put in there, like dark colors and dark colors and dark colors. And he then takes a couple of steps and seemingly finds someone to take his eyes off of yours and shakes hands with one of the nobles and then goes on to talk.
Edge makes a mental note of who to look for when the night is coming to a close.
Alright. And as you, for now in your beautiful dress, try to dodge all of the different nobles, you are socializing for a little bit at first. You eventually hear clink, 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 clink. As the music dies down, and you hear from across the room, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming to this beautiful feast. The city of Farwater has dealt with many different threats throughout the ages, and today is no other. For we have just faced a magical plague that has been cut short by none other than these brave adventurers. Behold, the pack!
We're like scattered across the room, like, hey.
No, but from all different sides, like people turn to you for a moment.
Seriously, I just, like, when Vincent did that, I just imagined Crowan, like, looking up, like, at the buffet with, like, yeah, it was like his, like, shit in his mouth, like, what?
He's
Like
got
a
this
crab,
half
like a
turkey
crab
or-
thing hanging out, like,
Shit on his beard.
Now, to enter into this beautiful night, I give the words to none other than Lord Bartholomew Quintessent, Lord of Farwater, and all of Silvershore. And as the applause goes a little bit, you see like an old man with long silver gray hair walk up with a cane, and as he begins to speak, we will pick up next session.
dun dun dun.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And with that, after a large amount of trial and error, our first in-person episode comes to a close.
It's been 2 years since we've seen each other in person. No, it's not been that bad, but since we've played in person.
I have no idea who you people are anymore.
Yeah, it's insane. We're
I'm
like
your brother.
sitting at this table, we're like, holy shit, I can talk and it doesn't immediately disrupt the
my
audio
God.
of everyone
I
else.
can touch.
It's so much more fun.
Yeah, well, thank God you're on that side. No.
That's why I'm here. So you can spit on me instead
Pull
of
my
me.
finger!
Don't do it.
Yeah, no, don't do it.
Don't pull the finger.
No, but
yeah.
Trap.
that was nice. This was
Yeah.
a great session. It was nice. It
I'm
was
way too
fun.
sweaty for my own good.
Yeah.
Olam's list is my new favorite thing.
Yeah.
This whole fucking campaign. It's amazing. Has lots of money. Ask someone what is money.
No, what's money? Yeah, fair. And why do they have it? That's
It was 26 degrees today. You know, it's going to be warm. From here on out, it's going to get colder and colder and colder and colder and colder and colder and
Next
colder
week,
and
30
colder and
degrees.
colder. and
Thanks,
colder.
Obama.
And and global warming is going to fuck us up.
Yeah,
but
gonna
we're
say-
going to have like nice lower temperatures until
You jinxed it now.
Yeah, you predicted.
Yeah,
Another
if shit,
heat wave.
if shit is
Put it on a
warmer
poll.
than now next week, it's all on you, Charlie.
Even if we don't have lower temperatures, I still prefer this way more
Oh
over
yeah, than
the
sitting at
digital,
home with
Yes.
your
Yes.
Hoping that Charlie's computer doesn't crash.
So
I'll just
for
bring
now
that up
though,
for
thank you
sure.
all so much for tuning in. Thank you for staying with us through the technical difficulties and the search of like the quest of Charlie and the faulty cable. Now we know.
And what the shit is going on.
Next week we will be back, including a Maxime.
And then will be a full 6-pack.
No,
And
wait.
then-
Holy shit!
Did we not make the joke already?
Joke before.
It just got to me now when I was sipping beer. I was like, what?
I don't like to say it, but you're a genius.
Hey!
You finally did it.
I did it.
For now though, we are going to take showers.
Yeah.
We hope to see you again next week.
Together.
After which, if we know a little bit where the story goes, I will be able to craft new story beats for all of you to buy. And of course, as always, you still have a loot box to buy or the wild card. You can always buy a wild card.
Wild card.
Wild card.
What is a wild card?
Wild.
That's a way for all our viewers to just add something to the story out of their own thumb.
Wildly.
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 So for now, thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you next week, where we will not have any technical difficulties.
How could we? Everything's going fine now.
Enjoy,
Looking at me.
enjoy the last 100 minutes of your weekend. Goodbye. We love you. Fuck, it's warm.
Bye.
Fuck cable management.
Bye, shirt.
No, at the end of the party.
Make like Olam and tear off those clothes.
Yeah!